This is how I got 18,000 views on my YouTube channel. And it was interesting how this is related to the biohack or breakthrough that Andrew did, which is rapid core transformation. So stick around and you'll find out exactly what were some of the things that happened to me in order for me to overcome. So I remember what happened was that I've been doing some of the social media content where I was actually in front of the camera and showcasing my expertise for about 30 days on and off. And it was through willpower. And I was typically through one social media platform. I think it was Instagram at the time. A lot of times what would go in the back of my head was, what would people judge me? Who are these people? Who am I to talk about these things? And the biggest thing in terms of judgment, when you put a subcategory of the fear, was that these accomplishments were for the company, for Andrew. And so I couldn't take credit for it, even though I was a big role, a big impact of the success of it. So I'll give you an example. Let's just say that I was helping with Andrew with one of the video marketing campaign, and we were able to generate over $15,000 with that campaign in just 3 weeks. Who am I to talk about it? Because I wasn't actually the face of it. It was actually Andrew who was the face of it, and I came up with a little bit of strategy. So those are some of the fears that came up, and there's been so many other stories where, because pretty much for the past 7 years with Andrew Ivanka International, I've been on the back end of things. I told her about it and I said, I think it'll be really cool if you do a rapid core transformation biohack on me, because I want to be in front of the camera. I want to be more visible. I want to be more visible on social media. Time was taking up more on marketing. Andrea said she thought about it for a few seconds, and then she finally said that the best way to do this is if I treat you like a client. We actually have to go through it as if you're a client. So I said, okay, I agree with you. Let's go through the process. And I'll not only do I want to go through the process, but most likely what I think is the issue is probably not going to be the issue. Her, as the expert in her field, she'll be able to go through at an unconscious level what is actually the deep root of what is causing this fear, what is causing this uncomfortness when it comes to being present or visible on social media. So we go through the rapid core transformation, and I think it took about 4 hours-ish to do so. And then I can't remember exactly what she unraveled. And then from then on, so I told her my goal at the time was to be visible on Instagram for 30 days without needing the willpower. So I want to go, because I know that typically when she does a biohack, the breakthroughs for entrepreneurs who are busy, who are successful in what they're doing, it's no longer through willpower, or it's no longer dragging your feet. It's just smooth and it's on autopilot. So that was my goal. All right. So a week later, she came back and asked me, how are things? And it's funny because I was sitting there. I think I was sitting in this same chair, and she came and asked me, and I was thinking in my head, it was like, the fuck is my problem? I can't remember what was my problem. So I thought about it really hard, and finally I just turned around. So let's say she was there. I was turning around, thinking. And I just turned around like, you know what? I don't remember what was the problem. Good thing is that she tracked, and she actually had some notes previously, and she said, okay, well, this is what you originally came up to me about, so how are things? And I said, oh, yeah, it's actually been good. I'm on autopilot, it's just been cruising. And here's a really cool thing. So about a week has passed, so at least 7 days, right? So 7 days after the breakthrough, I remember my goal was to only be visible on social media, which was specifically on Instagram. So I was visible on Instagram, but I want to repurpose the stuff. So I thought, okay, why not just be visible on Instagram, be visible on Facebook as well, repurpose the stuff, and then repurpose stuff onto LinkedIn as well. And then in addition to it, on YouTube. So I started making videos as well that were 1 minute long, because I knew that I can handle all that. And the funny thing is, before I was so afraid of being judged, and not only being judged, but being only on one social media platform. So fast forward that to 30 days later. 30 days later, she comes back and asks me, how are things again, just to make sure, like, we anchor it if there's any issues, or just to see the progress. I'm able to tell her, like, well, since we did the biohack, it's not only did it help me go through all these fears, but I've been able to go through a lot of the social media platforms, which was not even on my goal. My goal was only to be visible on Instagram for 30 days without needing willpower. Well, I happen to be visible on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, which I got some good feedback on there, and on YouTube. And on YouTube, one of my short videos got 12,000 views in that one video. Now for that month, which is funny because when I was looking at analytics, the chart, you can see like there was like zero activity. Like I think I had like at the time when I even started, like I was like 5 subscribers, like pretty much like 0 subscribers. I consider like 0 subscribers. Like it's under 2 digits. It's very small. Like I'm thinking the subscribers were probably like myself from another account that subscribed to it, and maybe like Andrew. Obviously, Andrew might have subscribed to it, but not many. So you see, for the month of February, for January was like 0, it was like no interaction. I didn't post anything, and then February, because I happened to be posting on February onto March. All right, so 30 days around that. You see like the bar, the analytics, like okay, it goes, and then like it just shot through the roof, like just shot through the roof in terms of viewership. So for the month of March, I think I got like, yeah, that's when I got like over 18,000 views for the month of March. And for me, it was just a more of an experiment in terms of what I want to do. That's when I finally realized, okay, this is not really what I want to do. I want to focus more on the leadership. I want to focus more on the business of coaching business and what we've been doing, because that has to do with marketing. But the thing is, whether I could have continued on, that's not the point. The point was that breakthrough worked so well, only took 4 hours. So imagine what's possible for other entrepreneurs as well when you do these biohacks that sets you on autopilot. The good thing and the bad thing is that I completely forgot what was a problem, and it was able to get me all these amazing results. That's a little bit of what rapid core transformation, that the biohack, that breakthrough that Andrea was able to accomplish, and how I was able to get to 18,000 views. And that's actually through consistency and obviously overcoming some of the obstacles that was going on in my head. Now, I'm curious, in your case, what is it that you think has been stopping you from really being able to being more visible, being more the leader that you know that you are?